Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com back again with a festive news update, but also a romantic news update because various WWE superstars have either got married or are set to get married today. More on that in just a second. Also, a title match has been announced for the Royal Rumble in January. And finally, we're going to talk about a slight change to the Wrestle Kingdom card on January 4th over in New Japan as a wrestler has pulled out because he is set to undergo surgery. Let's waste no further time and let's get on with all of the news. First and foremost, congratulations are in order for various WWE superstars who have either got married or are planning to get married today. So Lio Rush announced on his Twitter that he's recently got married to his long-term partner, Sarah Green, and also, according to PW Insider, Sarah Logan of the Riot Squad and Raymond Rowe of the War Raiders are set to get married as well today. That's according to PW Insider. So congratulations to all involved. What a lovely news update this has been already. Now on to more in-ring news rather than wedding ring news. A big title match has been announced for the Royal Rumble in January, and it's for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Asuka will be defending her title, and WWE officially announced during this week's main event episode that she'll be facing the man, Becky Lynch. How is this match going to go? Well, I think, personally, I'm trying not to get too excited about it. Asuka and Becky are two of my favourite wrestlers, and I have no doubt that they could put on an absolutely excellent match together, but I fear that maybe it'll end in some sort of shenanigans because we all know that something's going to happen between Becky, Ronda and Charlotte along the road to WrestleMania. So I can't see Becky winning that match clean or even losing that match clean to Asuka, because if Asuka just dominated Becky clean, it would take away some of Becky's momentum heading into the road to WrestleMania, of course. And the way she's been going recently, we're all expecting her to be a key feature of WrestleMania 35. On the other hand, if Becky won, it would be a bit of a strange development as well, because, I mean, she'd hold the SmackDown Women's Championship once again, and unless they did a champion versus champion match with Ronda Rousey, I don't quite see how that would play into WrestleMania. To be fair, there are various directions WWE could go in at this juncture, so it's probably a bit pointless speculating too heavily on it at the moment, but I suspect that either Charlotte or Ronda, or even both, will get involved at the Royal Rumble. It's also unclear whether this means that Becky will be part of the Women's Royal Rumble or whether she'll sit out because she's got a title match. Obviously, I think traditionally, superstars who have a title match, who are either challenging for or defending a title, don't tend to appear in the Royal Rumble, but of course, that rule can occasionally be broken, most infamously in 2017 when Roman Reigns was number 30, having lost a chance to win the Universal Championship earlier that same night. So there's every chance that Becky could pull double duty, especially with the women's roster being quite a lot smaller than the men's roster, and they need to find 30 spots. I mean, it just sort of makes sense that they try and have one of their biggest stars appear, both in a title match and in the Rumble, but more news on that as it develops. The only other thing we know about the Rumble card so far is that number 30 in the respective men's and women's Rumbles will be R-Truth and Carmella, although will R-Truth get confused? We're all expecting it, maybe. And also, I think Drew McIntyre is the only other superstar that I've seen announce his intention to compete in the men's Royal Rumble, but I may have missed one or two, I'm not certain yet. But in the next few weeks, people are going to start declaring their interest in the match, of course, as per tradition. And let's not forget that Braun Strowman will get his rematch against Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship thanks to his victory over Baron Corbin at TLC. Now, moving on to New Japan news, because there's been a minor change to the card for Wrestle Kingdom 13 on January 4th. Traditionally at Wrestle Kingdom, the pre-show consists of a Battle Royal. It's called a Battle Royal. It's more of a Royal Rumble, really, with staggered entries. But this year, they've replaced that with a sort of trios scramble kind of thing involving various teams of three. One of those teams was set to be David Finlay, Jeff Cobb and Michael Elgin, but Elgin is undergoing knee surgery and can't make the event, so he's been replaced by Yuji Nagata, one of New Japan's old guard, one of the previous generation, who can still very much go in the ring. So it's a shame for fans of Elgin, but if you've ever seen Yuji Nagata wrestle, you'll know that it's not exactly a step down. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching this festive news video. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to, at Jack the Jobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic and check out our Patreon too, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And never forget, of course, if you haven't done so already, to hit subscribe and to join us.